Nathan checked the console again as the lander shook, signaling the final descent onto Kryler 5's surface. Beside him, Liam, a seasoned engineer, monitored the landing gear's deployment, his eyes flicking between screens. "We're almost there," Nathan said, trying to keep his voice steady over the hum of the engines. Liam grinned, adjusting a dial. "First humans to set foot on Kryler 5. Never thought I'd get this far from home." The lander jolted as it touched down, a cloud of alien dust swirling around the small windows. After a tense moment, the engines powered down, and silence enveloped the cabin. "Welcome to Kryler 5, Nathan announced, unbuckling his harness. He glanced at Liam, who was already gathering his tools. "Let's get the habitat set up." "I don't fancy sleeping in this tin can tonight," Liam joked, stepping into the airlock. Nathan followed, feeling the familiar thrill of setting foot on a new world. The airlock cycled with a hiss, and the outer door opened to reveal the alien landscape. Kryler 5 was breathtaking. Towering rock formations cast long shadows across the dusty terrain, and in the distance, bioluminescent plants glowed faintly as the planet's twin sun set on the horizon. "Never gets old, does it?" Liam asked, his voice full of wonder. "Never," Nathan agreed, taking a deep breath of recycled air from his suit. They set to work assembling the prefabricated panels of the habitat. As they worked, they chatted about the mission ahead. "Once the habitat is secure, I'll start collecting soil samples," Nathan said, fitting a panel into place. "Who knows what kind of organisms we might find living here? And I'll get the power systems online. We need to make sure all our tech is charged and ready, especially the communication arrays. If we can't phone home, we're really on our own," Liam added, securing another panel. Hours passed, and the habitat slowly took shape under the light of rising moons. They installed the last panel just as the temperature began to drop, signaling the onset of the alien night. Stepping back, they admired their handiwork. The habitat stood solid and inviting, a small bubble of Earth on an alien world. "Home sweet home," Liam said, clapping Nathan on the shoulder. "Let's check the interior systems, make sure we didn't miss anything. Then we can finally take these suits off and relax a bit," Nathan suggested. Inside, they activated the life support systems and went through the checklists. Everything was operational. As the habitat warmed up and the air recyclers hummed softly, the small space began to feel like home. "That's the last of it," Nathan said, dropping into a chair. "Tomorrow, we start exploring in earnest." Liam nodded, pulling a packet of dehydrated food from a storage bin. "First meal on Kryler 5? Let's make it good," Nathan laughed, accepting the packet. "To Kryler 5 and to us. To new worlds." Liam raised his packet in a toast. They ate in companionable silence, watching through the habitat's window as night fell on Kryler 5. The bioluminescent plants outside cast a soft glow, painting the ground with patches of light. "It's beautiful here," Nathan mused aloud. "Yeah," Liam agreed. "It's peaceful. Not what I expected, but I'm not complaining." As they settled in for the night, Nathan felt a profound sense of accomplishment and anticipation. Whatever awaited them on Kryler 5, they were ready to face it together. This was the beginning of something extraordinary. Chapter 2: First Contact. The next morning, Nathan awoke to the soft beeping of his communicator. He rubbed the sleep from his eyes and looked over to see Liam already gearing up. "Morning," Liam said, glancing over. "I'm heading out to set up the solar arrays. We need more power if we're going to keep the systems running at full capacity." "Got it," Nathan replied, stretching. "I'll start with the environmental scans. If we can find a water source nearby, that'll make our stay here a lot easier." They split up outside, each attending to his tasks beneath the pale light of Kryler 5's twin suns. Nathan took a deep breath, enjoying the solitude and the alien landscape as he set off toward a series of small hills indicated by earlier satellite imagery. After a few hours, Nathan paused to check his equipment readings. The scanner was picking up unusual organic compounds not far from his location. Intrigued, he decided to investigate further. As he approached a dense thicket of glowing plants, his communicator crackled to life. "Nathan, how's it going out there?" Liam's voice came through, laced with static. "Might have found something interesting." "Checking it out now," Nathan responded, pushing through the thick vegetation. What he found on the other side was beyond anything he had imagined. There, in a clearing surrounded by luminescent flora, stood a creature observing him curiously. It was tall, slender, and humanoid, its skin shimmering with the same bioluminescent quality as the plant around it. Nathan stood frozen, his heart racing. He slowly raised his hands to show he meant no harm. The creature mimicked his gesture, its bright eyes never leaving his. "Liam, you're not going to believe this, but I think I've just made contact," Nathan whispered into his communicator, never taking his eyes off the being. "Are you serious?" "Hold tight. I'm on my way," Liam replied, his voice filled with excitement. As Nathan waited, he tried communicating through simple gestures. The alien, whom Nathan decided to call Alara, seemed intelligent and curious, tilting its head and mimicking his movements. When Liam arrived, he was breathless but managed a wide smile upon seeing Alara. "This is incredible, Nathan." Together, they introduced themselves to Alara, who seemed to understand their peaceful intentions. Using a translation app on their devices, they began to exchange basic information. Alara touched a glowing plant and then pointed to the ground, perhaps trying to explain something about their ecosystem. "Seems like they might be using these plants for something. Maybe energy or food," Liam speculated, taking notes. Alara nodded excitedly and gestured for them to follow. They walked a short distance to a nearby stream where the water glowed faintly, filtered through stones that emitted a soft light. Bioluminescent everything. "This could be a natural purification system," Nathan observed, taking samples. They spent the rest of the day with Alara, learning about the immediate surroundings and noting everything. As the suns began to set, Alara pointed to the sky, then to their hearts, a universal gesture that seemed to express a connection between their worlds and the shared warmth of their encounter. "We need to report this, but let's keep the details to ourselves until we understand more," Liam said as they walked back to the habitat. "Agreed," Nathan nodded. "There's so much more here than we thought. This changes everything." As they returned to the habitat, both were silent, processing the day's discoveries. The encounter had opened a door to a new understanding of Kryler 5, one that they would explore together in the days to come. Chapter 3: Learning Curves. The next morning, Nathan and Liam met in the small common area of the habitat, sipping their coffee as they reviewed the day's objectives. "Today, I'm thinking we should follow Alara back to wherever it is she came from," Nathan suggested, scrolling through data on his tablet. "There might be more to learn about their society or technology." Liam nodded in agreement. "And I'll set up some remote sensors along the way. If we're going to understand this planet's ecosystem, we need as much data as we can get." They packed their gear and set out to the clearing where they had met Alara the day before. As if she had been waiting for them, Alara appeared from behind a luminescent tree, her skin glowing softly in the morning light. "Good you're here," Nathan said, showing her the translator device. "We would like to see where you live, learn about your people." Alara tapped the device, a melody of chimes sounding in affirmation, and gestured for them to follow. The terrain grew increasingly rugged, but every so often, Alara would stop to show them various plants and their uses. She crushed a leafy stem, releasing a fragrant scent, and rubbed it on her skin. Nathan and Liam watched, fascinated. "It's like a natural insect repellent," Liam observed, jotting down notes. They continued their trek until they reached a small village. The structures were organically integrated with the environment, almost invisible at a distance. Alara introduced them to more of her kind, all equally curious and welcoming. A tall older figure, who seemed to hold some authority, approached them. "This is our leader, Olin," Alara introduced via the translator. Olin extended a hand, and Nathan and Liam shook it, exchanging greetings. "We are honored to meet you and learn from you," Nathan said, the translator echoing his words. Olin nodded, speaking slowly for the device to catch every word. "And we are curious about you, travelers from beyond our skies. You are welcome here." The afternoon was spent in deep exchange. Olin explained how their community thrived through a deep connection with the environment, utilizing advanced techniques that mimicked natural processes. Liam and Nathan shared information about Earth's technology, hoping to find common ground. As they talked, children of the village played nearby, their laughter a universal sound that needed no translation. Nathan watched them for a moment, then turned to Liam. "There's a simplicity to their way of life, yet it's so advanced and in harmony with nature." "Yeah, it's impressive," Liam agreed. "Makes you rethink our approach back home." They were invited to a meal, where they tasted a variety of dishes, each ingredient sourced from the surrounding landscape. The food was unlike anything they had on Earth, full of new flavors and textures. Everything is interconnected here, Owen explained as they ate. Our food, our energy, our technology. It's all one cycle. As the visit came to an end, Alara walked them back to the edge of the village. You must come again, she said through the translator, her tone warm. We will, Nathan promised. There's so much more to learn from each other. Back at the habitat, Nathan and Liam debriefed, their minds buzzing with ideas and questions. We need to document everything. Every plant, every conversation, Liam said, already typing up notes. And think about what technologies we could develop just by understanding their integration methods, Nathan added, equally excited. As they settled down for the night, the impact of their visit was clear. They were not just explorers anymore. They were students, eager to absorb the lessons Kryler 5 had to offer. This exchange marked the beginning of a deeper understanding and respect for this new world and its inhabitants. Chapter 4: The Language of Touch. Back at the habitat after their enlightening visit to Alara's village, Nathan and Liam prepared for another expedition, hoping to deepen their understanding of Kryler 5's inhabitants and their connection to the planet. Do you think we'll see more of how they interact with their environment today? Liam asked, checking the charge on his equipment. Nathan nodded, loading his backpack. I hope so. I'm particularly interested in their use of bioluminescence. There seems to be a pattern to it that goes beyond simple aesthetics or utility. They met Alara at the predetermined spot, where she greeted them with a customary shimmer of her skin, a display that had become familiar and welcoming to them. Today, we show you the heart of light, Alara announced through the translator, her tone imbued with excitement. The heart of light? Nathan echoed, intrigued. It's the center of our energy production, where we harness the light of our world, Alara explained, gesturing for them to follow her. As they walked, the landscape gradually changed. The glowing flora became denser, and the air thrummed with a subtle energy. Alara led them to a large, dome-like structure, intricately woven from the same luminescent material as the plants. This is it, Alara said, her eyes bright. Come. Inside, the dome was lit by a soft, pulsating light. At the center, a massive crystalline structure radiated with light that pulsed rhythmically, like the beating of a heart. Nathan approached, fascinated. This is incredible. How does it work? Alara touched the crystal gently. It collects the starlight and the bioluminescence from our plants. It then converts it into energy, which powers our village. Liam, who had been setting up sensors around the dome, joined them. It's like a natural solar cell, but more advanced. The efficiency must be off the charts. Yes, very efficient, Alara confirmed. We live by the light. We thrive by it. Nathan examined the structure closely, his mind racing with the possibilities this technology could offer. Could you show us how you maintain it? There must be some kind of upkeep. Of course, Alara replied, signaling to a fellow villager who brought over a set of tools made from materials similar to the structure. As they observed and assisted in the maintenance, Nathan and Liam learned the delicate art of caring for the heart of light. Each tool had a specific purpose, designed to tune and refine the crystal's ability to store and convert energy. The harmony here between technology and nature, it's something we've lost sight of, Liam said, watching a technician expertly navigate the crystal's facets. Nathan nodded in agreement. There's a lesson here for us. The way they integrate their environment into their technology without exploitation, it's revolutionary. The day passed with the men deeply involved in learning the technical aspects of the Heart of Light. As the twin suns began to set, casting long shadows over the landscape, Alara escorted them back to the edge of the village. Thank you for sharing this with us, Nathan said, genuine gratitude in his voice. We have much to think about. Alara smiled, her skin glowing softly in the fading light. You are always welcome. Understanding brings us closer. As they walked back to their habitat, the sky darkened, and the bioluminescent plants along the path lit up, guiding their way. Today was a good day, Liam remarked, his voice thoughtful. I feel like we're not just visitors anymore. We're learners, maybe even future partners. Agreed, Nathan replied, looking back at the glowing path. Today, we didn't just observe, we connected. That night, as they compiled their notes and discussed their findings, both men felt a profound shift in their mission. It was no longer just about exploration. It was about connection, understanding, and possibly one day integration. Chapter 5: Starlight Revelations. After their enlightening experiences with the Heart of Light, Nathan and Liam spent the following morning organizing their findings and planning their next steps. As they prepared for another visit to the village, the topic of their ongoing integration with Alara's people was at the forefront of their discussion. Today, I want to focus on their cultural practices, maybe understand their social structure better, Nathan suggested, packing his digital notebook and camera. Liam, assembling his equipment, nodded. I'm curious about their communication methods. We've seen how they use light, but there must be more to it, especially in how they maintain such a cohesive community. As they approached the village, Alara met them with a warm glow, now a familiar greeting that both men looked forward to. She introduced them to a gathering of elders and peers, where they were invited to observe a council meeting. Sitting in a circle, the village leaders began their discussions. The language barrier was still significant, but the translation devices captured the essence of the conversation, revealing debates over resource management and community projects. It's democratic, Liam whispered to Nathan, impressed. Everyone has a voice. It's organized yet fluid. Nathan nodded, taking notes. It's all about balance for them. They give and take with equal measure. After the meeting, a young Cragorian approached Nathan and Liam, introducing himself as Kalair. Alara tells me you are interested in our ways of communication. I am here to show you our learning lights. Kalair led them to a smaller structure, where walls lined with bioluminescent panels pulsed in a soothing rhythm. We teach our young here, Kalair explained. The lights help in harmonizing our thoughts and emotions. They pulse at frequencies that enhance learning and understanding. Nathan, fascinated, recorded the light patterns. This is a form of biofeedback, then, using environmental stimuli to enhance cognitive functions. Exactly, Kalair affirmed. It's very effective. Liam tested the frequencies with his sensors, analyzing the output. There's a lot we could learn from this. Imagine applying these principles in educational systems or even for therapeutic purposes on Earth. Their day continued with more demonstrations of Cragorian communication technology and cultural practices. As evening approached, Kalair invited them to participate in a traditional light ceremony. It is a time when we connect with each other and the light of our world, he explained. A sharing of warmth and understanding. Gathered with the villagers under the fading light of the twin suns, Nathan and Liam experienced the ceremony. The Cragorians sang in their chiming language, and the panels around the gathering space lit up in beautiful, synchronizing patterns, reflecting the unity of community. Feeling this, being a part of it, it's moving, Liam said, his voice low and reverent. Nathan agreed, feeling an emotional connection that went beyond words. It's not just the light or the ceremony. It's the warmth they share with us, the acceptance. As the ceremony concluded, Alara approached them. You see now how we live with light, how it binds us. We do, Nathan replied. And we're grateful for the light you shared with us. Walking back to their habitat under a sky now brilliantly lit with stars and the natural glow of the planet, both men felt a deeper kinship with Cragor 5 than ever before. That was more than just a cultural exchange, Liam noted, looking back towards the village. It was an invitation. Yes, Nathan reflected. An invitation to learn, to grow, and to be part of their world. This mission has evolved into something far greater than I ever anticipated. Under the alien Starlight, their path forward was illuminated not just by Cragor 5's glowing flora, but by the warmth of new friendships and the promise of continued discovery. As they reached their habitat, the bond between them and the Cragorians felt like a guiding light into the future. Chapter 6. Cultural Exchanges. In the cool morning air of Cragor 5, Nathan and Liam readied themselves for another day of shared learning and cultural exchange. Today, they planned to introduce more of their own Earth technology and ideas to the Cragorians, hoping to offer something valuable in return for all they had learned. Think they'll be interested in our solar tech? Liam asked, securing a portable solar panel to his pack. Nathan adjusted his own equipment, nodding. Definitely. Their energy systems are sophisticated, but introducing them to our compact solar tech could provide new insights or enhancements. As they approached the village, Alara and Kalair greeted them with a customary shimmering welcome. Today we share in learning, Alara said, her voice flowing through the translator. We brought examples of our solar technology, Liam explained, unveiling the small panels. We think there could be synergy between our tech and your energy practices. Kalair looked intrigued as he examined the panels. Light is life. Your technology captures light in a form we have not seen. They set up a demonstration near the heart of light, showing how the solar panels could convert sunlight directly into electrical energy. The Cragorians gathered around, murmuring among themselves in their musical language. This could power small devices or tools, right? Nathan suggested, showing them a small fan powered by the panel. Yes, and with some adaptation, it might integrate with our systems, Kalia replied, his eyes reflecting genuine interest. The exchange sparked a day of collaborative brainstorming. Nathan and Liam shared other pieces of technology as well, including water filtration systems and environmental monitoring devices. We use these to ensure our water is clean and to study changes in our environment, Liam explained as he demonstrated a compact filtration unit. Alara dipped her hand in the filtered water, then tasted it. It is pure, she confirmed. This could help during our dry cycles. As the day progressed, the atmosphere was filled with a sense of mutual respect and eagerness to learn from each other. In return, the Cragorians showed more of their own technologies, including a method of enhancing plant growth with light frequencies tailored to stimulate cellular expansion. This could revolutionize agricultural practices on Earth, Nathan said, examining the vibrant plants treated with the light. We've experimented with similar concepts, but nothing this effective. The discussions deepened, with both sides drawing diagrams and sharing formulas. It wasn't just about showing what each could do, but finding ways to blend their knowledge for better outcomes. As evening approached, Olin joined them, his presence commanding yet warm. You bring us new light, he said, his voice deep and resonant. We see now how our paths cross, not just in spirit but in science. We hope that by sharing our technologies, we can build something greater than either of our peoples could alone, Nathan replied, feeling a profound connection with their hosts. Olin placed his hand on Nathan's shoulder, a gesture of camaraderie and respect. Then let us continue on this path together, learning and growing. The day ended with plans to develop a joint research initiative, pooling their resources and knowledge. Nathan and Liam walked back to their habitat under the starlit sky, discussing the potential of what they had started. Today felt like a turning point, Liam said, his voice full of hope. It did, Nathan agreed. It's not just about exploration anymore. It's about building a legacy of collaboration and understanding. They reached their habitat, looking back at the village glowing softly in the distance. The light of Kryler 5, both literal and metaphorical, had indeed begun to weave together the destinies of two disparate cultures, bridging worlds with technology, science, and shared human warmth. Chapter 7, Divergence of Paths. The morning on Kryler 5 dawned with a reflective silence between Nathan and Liam as they prepared for another day. Today, there were no new technologies to introduce or alien wonders to explore. Instead, they faced the looming decision of how long their mission on Kryler 5 should continue. As they sat with their morning coffee, Liam broke the quiet. We've achieved more than we could have imagined. But soon, we'll need to decide whether to extend our stay or prepare for the return to Earth. Nathan sighed, his gaze fixed on the horizon where the twin suns rose. I know. It's not just about what we want anymore. There's potential here for significant advancements that require time and commitment. They walked to the village to meet with Alara and Olin, who were already waiting for them. The morning's discussion was crucial, potentially shaping the future interactions between humans and Cragorians. Your people must be waiting for your return, Olin observed, his voice resonant with the wisdom of leadership. They are, Liam confirmed. And they'll want to know everything about your technology, your culture, the partnership possibilities. Nathan looked at Alara, whose expression was unreadable. We have the option to request more time here, he said slowly, to deepen our collaboration and start joint projects. Alara's eyes brightened, the glow of her skin intensifying slightly. Your presence has brought us new understanding. Staying could benefit us all. But it's a big decision, Liam added. There's a lot we'd be stepping away from back home. The group walked together toward the Heart of Light, the site of many of their shared discoveries. The gentle pulse of the structure seemed to underscore the gravity of their conversation. Olin stopped, turning to face them both. Consider this, he began, gesturing toward the glowing heart. This light connects us, guides us. You've become part of that light. Whether you stay or leave, that connection remains. Nathan and Liam exchanged a look, the weight of Olin's words settling between them. Maybe it's possible to have a presence here and still maintain our ties to Earth, Nathan suggested, thinking aloud. Rotate teams, send data and findings back home. Liam nodded slowly. It could work. A continuous exchange of knowledge and resources. Alara spoke then, her voice hopeful. And in time, perhaps some of our people could visit your Earth, see your sun, and learn from your lands. The idea sparked a new energy in the discussion, possibilities branching out like the luminescent veins of the plants around them. We'll need to present this to our superiors, of course, Liam said, pulling out his communicator to jot down some notes. But I think they'll see the value in what we're proposing. The remainder of the day was spent in detailed planning, laying the groundwork for what could be humanity's first real interstellar partnership. Nathan and Liam detailed the logistics, from travel to communication strategies, while Alara and Olin compiled what they would need to prepare from their side. As the sun set, casting long shadows over the village, the group met once again. "We've started something remarkable here," Nathan said, looking around at the faces lit by the fading light. "Let's make sure it grows into something lasting." With careful steps and open hearts, Olin agreed, his hand extended in farewell as Nathan and Liam prepared to return to their habitat. Walking back under the starlit sky, the two men felt a sense of accomplishment mingled with anticipation. The decision to stay was not made lightly, but the potential of what could be achieved by their continued partnership with the Cragorians promised a future bright with shared knowledge and mutual respect. "It's going to be a lot of work," Liam said, a smile in his voice. "But worth every moment," Nathan replied, his eyes on the stars. Chapter 8, A Union of Worlds. The cool, crisp morning on Kryler, 5 greeted Nathan and Liam as they prepared for their final day before the new teams arrived. The framework for ongoing collaboration had been laid out, and today they would finalize the details with Alara and Olin. As they approached the village, the familiar glowing light from the bioluminescent plants illuminated their path. Alara and Olin awaited them at the village center, expressions both solemn and hopeful. "We've prepared the communication protocols and the exchange schedules," Liam said, handing over a tablet with the data to Olin. "This will keep both our worlds in sync with developments and discoveries." Olin studied the tablet carefully, nodding in approval. "This technology is a bridge. Let us walk it together with care and enthusiasm." Alara turned to Nathan, her expression earnest. "And what are the cultural exchanges? We hope to learn more about your arts, your social structures." Nathan smiled. "We've included cultural education as a key part of the exchange. Art, music, literature. Expect the first cultural package to arrive with the next team. We believe understanding each other's culture is as important as scientific or technological exchanges." The group moved towards the Heart of Light, where they would hold a small ceremony marking the beginning of this new chapter. As they walked, Liam and Nathan explained the safety measures and emergency protocols to the Cragorians. "Our primary concern is the well-being of everyone involved," Liam explained. "We've set up continuous monitoring and have emergency measures ready if needed." At the Heart of Light, community members gathered, their faces alight with curiosity and excitement. Olin stood before the crystal, his voice resonating deeply as he addressed the crowd. "Today, we stand on the threshold of a new era. The light of our heart, which has sustained us for generations, now extends its warmth to our friends from Earth." Nathan stepped forward, feeling the gravity of the moment. "We, in turn, extend our hands in friendship and cooperation. Together, we will explore the unknown, learn from each other, and build a future rich with the combined knowledge and strengths of our peoples." The ceremony concluded with a symbolic exchange of gifts, earth plants that could thrive on Kryler, 5 and Cragorian seeds suited for Earth's environment. This gesture underscored their mutual commitment to grow and thrive together. As the ceremony disbanded, Nathan and Liam spent their last hours on Kryler, 5 discussing personal reflections and documenting their experiences in logs that would accompany them back to Earth. "We've started something bigger than us," Nathan noted as he recorded his final entry. "May this partnership grow, evolve, and prosper for the benefit of all." Liam, packing up their equipment for the return journey, paused. "Do you ever think about how this will change the way we view ourselves in the universe?" "All the time," Nathan admitted. "We came here as explorers, but we're leaving as part of an interstellar community. It's a profound transformation." As night fell and they prepared to board their return vessel, Alara and Olin came to see them off. Emotions ran high as they exchanged farewells, the bonds formed over their stay evident in every gesture and word. "Until we meet again, be well, my friends," Olin said, embracing each man in turn. "And keep the light burning," Alara added, her tone wistful yet optimistic. Boarding the vessel, Nathan looked back one last time at the glowing village. The bioluminescent light seemed to wave, a gentle reminder of the warmth and connection between their worlds. As the engines ignited and the vessel lifted off, Liam placed a hand on Nathan's shoulder. What a journey, huh? The journey of a lifetime, Nathan agreed, his gaze fixed on the receding planet. And it's just the beginning. Together, they soared into the starlit expanse, heading home to share their extraordinary tale, carrying with them the light and warmth of a distant world where, under alien stars, a profound union had begun.